And this is the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Killer Set podcast. My name's Luke. I am your host. And on this episode of the podcast, we are interviewing Life's Ill, a hardcore metalcore band from Western Sydney. These guys were super awesome. They came and hung out with me and let me speak to them for however long this podcast goes for. Make sure you check them out on their Facebook, their Life's Ill band at Facebook. Check out their Big Cartel, their Bandcamp, and their YouTube channel as well. And make sure you check us out. We are the Killer Set podcast on Facebook or Facebook.com/Killer Set. Check us out on YouTube. We are the Killer Set podcast on YouTube. Make sure you check us out on iTunes as well. This will be the first episode that gets uploaded to iTunes, so check us out. We'll be the Killer Set podcast at iTunes. And make sure you check out everybody. Make sure you check out your live music scene. Support your local scene, support your local artists, and I hope you guys have a great time listening to this podcast. I had a lot of fun recording it, so make sure you check it out, and make sure you check out the video aspect as well. That'll be uploaded to YouTube as well. So hope you guys enjoy it. Support your local scene, support Life's Ill. Fuck yeah. Alright, let's get into the podcast.
Is it recording?
Oh, now it's recording. That's recording, yeah. That's right, because we're going to start that when we start this. So.
Okay, yeah, right.
It's alright. Fuck it, these guys need no introduction. Life's Ill. What's happening, guys?
How are we?
How you going, guys?
Who's talking?
Max?
Hey, how you going?
How you going, Max? Alright, let's just go around and everyone introduce themselves so we can get everyone talking a little bit. Alright, welcome to the podcast. We're starting it. Fuck it. Alright, everyone go through and introduce yourselves.
So I'm Max, I do vocals.
Fuck yeah.
Do vocals.
Zach, play drums.
Slomo play guitar.
And Yanni, the man of the hour.
Yanni, I play bass.
Fuck yeah. Alright guys, thanks so much for having me back. We had a few technical difficulties with the last one, so thanks for having me. So just, you guys want to run through the history of the band? So who wants to slam it? Slamo took it last time. He's getting nice little thrown in his face, mate.
God damn. Basically, band started kind of around 2013 or so. It was me, our old vocalist Thomas, and a friend of mine, Josh and Brandon. And we just basically got together and were just riffing around and throwing ideas. Just basically wanted to start a basic sort of riff band. It was meant to be a bit of a joke at the start. It was going to be called Ignorance, but then we kind of got actually cracking on some songs and things like that, and it actually became some decent material. So we just thought, why not actually take it half serious? And then we had a few member changes go in and out, but by the first show, it was myself, Thomas, Zach on drums, and Yanni on bass. And Yanni was meant to fill in just for the beginning. But that first show was at Blacktown for, was it Halloween?
Yeah.
Halloween show?
What year was this?
Halloween.
2014.
Graves, Justice, Polaris.
Oppressor played, I'm pretty sure as well, Final Frontier.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty big show for a first one, which was cool. And then from then on, we just kind of just solidified a bit more. Just started writing, and then eventually released the 3-track Constant Struggle, that we recorded with Chris over at Bear Claw. And that was pretty fun as well. And then eventually Reese joined the band from then.
Reese joined just before we released Constant Struggle. And
Oh yeah, kind of, but he wasn't really announced or anything until June. I think it was June we played ECP, that was his first show with us.
June
July
2015.
2015.
Yeah. Alright, sick. Awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys are all... When did Max jump in?
December.
Max jumped in December 2015. We parted ways with our old vocalist, and Max was meant to jump in as a fill-in for the first couple of months anyway, until we found someone. And his first show was Hot Damn in December with Earthcaller and Devastator. So that was pretty cool. He fit straight away, to be honest. It was kind of after that show we all sat down and thought, no, you know what, Max actually should fit in pretty well. And then we thought, because we were playing Strike Hard Fest in January 2016, we were opening that up, which had Shinto Katana reunion and Confession last show in Sydney, and like Hand of Mercy, like pretty decent
It was
bands.
Hand of
man.
Mercy last show as well, wasn't it?
I think it might have been as well, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty big event, and we were like, okay, we'll see how Max handles the big show. We'll see how we all go together. And that show probably was still to this day one of my favourite shows we've played, and we all just fit and gelled perfectly. And then, yeah, Max joined, and then we've just been writing since then. Just been playing shows, toured once, and went up to Brisbane a couple of times and things like that. So yeah, it's been pretty fun. And now here we are. Yeah.
So how would you guys describe your style? Like you're saying, you're like sort of just putting some riffs together, and I know Max, you do a lot of the lyrics now. Yeah. So how would you guys sort of describe your style?
I describe it to people at work as Metallica with yelling.
Metallica with yelling.
To people at work, yeah.
Metallica for people who suck guitar.
That's definitely true.
'Cause, yeah, you guys are really it's like almost like a hardcore cross with like you guys got your metalcore roots and all that. So it's like a mix between everything. Like I think last time I spoke to you guys, you said you don't really aim to produce any type of music. It's just whatever you guys enjoy doing, that's what you're gonna make. And I think someone was saying that you guys make the riffs and then Max comes up with the lyrics and you just fucking mesh it all together. And I remember last time you guys were saying that you all like different types of music. So and then you guys all sort of bring elements of that to put into what you guys create. So what would be your influences? Like if you guys want to go through and name sort of your own personal influences, if you like, and then if you guys got like something where you want to aim for as a band, what would that be as well?
My influences ranged, like, as when I was younger, I used to listen to bands like Korn, like Slipknot, Marilyn Manson, that sort of shit. As I got a bit older, I started liking more like alternative bands like Pixies and stuff like that, so I listen to all different stuff, so I wouldn't say any one influences me in particular, but I reckon old Korn, if anything, is probably my biggest one.
Reese, what yours?
I don't know. I don't think that any of my real big influences on myself, like I carry over onto the way that I write. I don't think I really.
Take it once from everybody else.
I think I just write the way I write. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit.
For me, it was probably Lamb of God.
Yeah.
That was the shit.
What was it?
Lamb of God.
Lamb of God?
Back in the day, yeah.
Okay. Slow, what's yours, mate? Have you got a list? You got top? Let's go top three. Let's go top three.
Oh god, there's so many to choose from. I mean, like first of all, Slipknot were always number one sort of influence for me, just because they were kind of the first real heavy band I ever heard and actually thought, holy shit, this is sick.
Yeah, I think that's with a lot of people. Like Slipknot was like their holy shit, like because I had that shock factor with the masks and all that.
Yeah, I
as
think
well.
that's what it was as well. My mum always told me never to listen to that sort of music because you know the lyrics are bad and you just obviously that just makes you want to listen to it more. So it's that. But then I heard bands like Parkway Drive and Killswitch Engage back in the day, and that really got to me because I just loved the way the guitar sounded and I just loved how the riff sounded, and I was like, holy shit, I want to do this. And then I just picked up my sister's acoustic guitar she never played, and then just started playing from there. And then it was just a mix of all those bands. And then I was like Cannibal Corpse was thrown in there pretty early in the mix as well. Always loved Cannibal Corpse as well. And then it like turned into deathcore probably. Now it's just riffs basically. Like there's a whole range. I can't really put it on one band in particular. Yeah. And it's the same as Reese. I just write what I feel. Yeah. Like I could write one song one day, and then it'll be completely different to something I write the next day. And it's just whatever you feel, I guess. Yeah.
So we start off with acoustic. So can we expect a lifestyle acoustic set?
That's man.
Absolutely, emo side project coming soon.
I think that has to be said about you guys as well. Like, you really take the piss out of each other, which is probably the best thing. Like, you kind of need to do that with the band, otherwise you fucking start getting snappy with each other. So that's always the best thing coming here. And sit around with you guys and seeing the shit you guys put on each other. Like, you'll throw shit at Yanni, and then Yanni will throw shit at everyone else. And
to be fair, we've all known each other for that long that it just becomes normal. Like, I mean, Reese and Zach have known each other since they were fucking in diapers, Well, Reese wasn't in diapers, but they've known each other for a long time. And then, like, me and Reese have known each other since 2009 or 2008, even earlier. Yeah. Like, just through high school and music as well. Max has always been there as well. He started coming to shows like 2012, and then he was one kid that was at every single show, no matter what band it was, no matter what venue, he would always trek out.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you obviously see that sort of thing. You're like, yeah, this bloke looks like a good bloke. And then Yanni was,
I'm just that idiot from the internet.
I don't know, the first time I ever saw him was at a For Today show with the Lair, and he rocked up in his big W uniform and was pitting to Zach's old band. And I was like, who is this bloke? Like,
That was a good show.
who the fuck is this? But yeah.
I don't remember you existing before the year 2014. I actually think you're from Mars and you said that.
We've had a theory that he's a reptile. He has said on occasion.
He has morphed into a
he is
reptile on more than one occasion in public.
I just haven't talked. I didn't like talk to anyone until like 2014, and
Yeah, I saw you at Volumes, I remember, at the Boldface Stag.
back when you could stage dive there,
Yeah,
I was less fat.
same, bro.
Well, that's the thing, Yanni. Like you've become a bit of a personality in the scene. I guess like you've been putting shows together as well. You've been putting shows together and stuff. Like you organised Kill Your Friends Fest the last one,
Yeah,
didn't
it
you?
was Dan Evans originally started Kill Your Friends, and then he just said, "Do you want to help out?" And then he just said like it can be our thing, so
Yeah.
we do it together. Like he does, like he's more the deathcore side of it and like the roots of it, but I've sort of come in and made it more mixed build, made it, and like this year was more hardcore orientated
Yeah.
than deathcore,
Yeah, it was definitely.
and like it's just good to have a good mix and.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So like it's funny like, I've probably been hanging the scene the last probably 2 years or so, and even from the start, it's like I hear your name getting dropped here and there, like oh Yanni. I'm like, oh, who's this Yanni bloke? And I finally fucking met you, and all the stories are true. He's a reptile and all the. he's got the beard of a Greek god.
It's
Like,
tough putting up with him
I'm
sometimes.
actually a Illuminati.
That beard looks like the Simon's beard at the moment. It's hectic, eh?
yeah, mate, I
Great
love.
God.
I love how there's a brown and a black tinge through it. It's, do you dye it?
I don't, but I'm thinking of it.
Or are you gonna dye it? You're gonna go bleach it for
Bleach
sure.
it blonde, bro.
Bleach it
I'm
blonde.
going baby pink.
Same thing.
Pastel pink, mate.
Yeah,
For
pink's in
sure.
it at the moment.
Yeah, it's a good colour.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So what's the process of you guys to make music? I mean, like you guys write the riffs and Max comes in with the lyrics. Like, where do you fit in?
To be honest, it's like probably more so me and Zach than anyone else, just because we live together and we kind of sit down and just like on days off on the weekends and stuff, we just throw random riffs. But like, I mean, Reese has written like Still Ill and Drowned himself. Like that was all
Yeah.
Reese, and then I jumped in and added things here and there. But the whole like song structures were his idea.
Yeah.
Whereas the whole 3-track EP was me writing it all by myself.
Yeah.
And Zach was like the one helping me with that. So it's, I don't know, it's
So like, will you guys throw something together and go, hey,
We have a real process that we stick to and nothing like
just
that.
like whoever comes up with something, if everyone likes it, just
Still
go.
Ill was written at a band practice as we were setting up our instruments and
Yeah.
getting our tones right. And then Reese started playing a riff, and then we're like, hey, let's continue. And then
Yeah.
Still Ill was written.
Yeah.
Same as Constant Struggle. The whole thing was just at break.
Yeah, Power Trip was written when we went downstairs for like a break, and then went back up, and I just turned my guitar on again, just riffed away, and then the first thing I played was the intro to Power Trip, and let Zach go on with it, and then 5 minutes later we had already written a 2.5 minute 3 minute song just from
Yeah, I remember they did it for like the second time, like recorded on my voice memos app, and then like they ended up demoing it as soon as I got home, and it sounded like so alike. Like they pretty much nailed it so early, and it just came so naturally. It was sick.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, I remember you guys saying the process of the song, like from when you guys first do it to how it finishes up at the end, will change immensely. Like, I remember you saying
yeah.
we're Still Ill. Like, it started off a lot slower,
Oh yeah.
and now to what it is now, it's completely different. But it's
I
still
mean,
the same.
I mean, we watch videos from our sets back in the day, and then it's so slow. Like
Yeah.
when we first played Brisbane, there's a live stream on my Facebook, and I watch it sometimes and think, holy shit, like it's at least 20 or 30 BPM slower.
Yeah.
I don't know how we played it this slow. Honestly, yeah.
Even with old like the demo songs, we play it so much faster like now than we did when we first started and how it was recorded.
Do you think that's a confidence thing now that you guys are so used to playing those songs that you sort of just get into the groove and just go with it, or is it like so you have to think about it less, or is it more just like you're just like, oh, this sounds better, so we're gonna you're not meaning to speed up the song, but you're just like, oh, it sounds better this way, so then you sort of just keep moving to that way.
I think it was more just like the changing from the old sound to the newer sound, where
Yeah.
it just came more naturally to play it faster.
Yeah.
Because we did change from drop B to drop D at the time, so
Yeah.
it's naturally, it was tight, like strings were tighter, so it was easier to play faster. Went like that.
Shit, man, that's awesome. So the subject matter that you guys cover in your songs, like it's a wide range. So I guess it's more towards you, Max. Like Still Ill, I remember you saying was about your sobriety and stuff like that. So has each song got like a personal message in it?
Yeah, all the songs that I've made are all more or less personal songs, just about myself, like stuff I've gone through and what I've learned from going through that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's more personal lyrics behind it, more than political or anything along those lines.
Yeah, because I remember you said before that that if you write something personal to you, that it makes it easier for other people to connect with it as well.
Yeah, I feel like stuff I've gone through, 100 other people have gone through, so I guess if you write something and someone can listen to it and sort of relate to it, it's cool, because growing up when I was going through shit like that, I listened to bands, and that's what got me into music and stuff like that, just finding someone who relates with you, so yeah, or maybe try to do something similar.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing as well, like, especially with you guys producing music and the Australian scene getting a lot stronger over the last couple of years. Like, it's great to have, like, a band in America that you sort of can associate with, but when it's like an Australian band and someone that, lives local to you guys, like, you're like, oh shit, like, there is someone who's actually close, and like, I should go see them in person at a gig and actually go talk to them, like, hey dude, like, I'm really struggling at the moment, like, how'd you get through it, or, even just go and be mates and, have a chat and fucking have a good time at a show. So I think it's really important that, what you guys are doing, especially with writing music, so I think it's pretty underappreciated a lot of the time that, what an impact music can have on people's lives. Like, you don't really understand, especially you guys playing on stage, like, you play the show and you're like, fuck, it was a good show, or, it wasn't as good, but to, some 14-year-old kid that's come out to see you and it's the first time seeing you, or, second time, or, you guys are their favourite band, like, it means a lot to them to see you guys play, so I guess it's a bit of a thank you to you guys to keep making music, and thank you to the whole scene as well.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you see a lot of people who barely came to shows 2 years ago and now regular attenders, and like, I mean, if someone, personally, I mean, I know everyone here knows this, has this opinion as well. If someone likes our band and they actually make an effort to try and, talk to us or even anything like that, we're not going to, hush them away and be like, oh,
No.
whatever, we want to embrace them, we want to, like, we want to become friends with them, because, the more friends you have, the more fun shows are, so.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're not ones to shy away from people who like us or anything like that, and just, as you're saying as well, a lot of people do struggle, and, we've spoken to people who have gone through those problems, and, it's crazy. I think Max can be actually a little bit more personally on, like, some, like, lyrics-wise anyway, but like, it's pretty crazy to see that sort of thing happening.
Yeah, especially that type of reaction that you get out of the crowd. I think it comes from you guys as well, in terms of being mates with people at shows. Like, you guys always come out and support, like, Justice. You guys are always there. Like, if not all of you, then there's a few of you there. And Honest Crooks and stuff like that. You guys are always out there supporting each other, and it's really good to see. So I think it's really important that you guys have sort of fostered that mentality within the scene. So
Yeah, definitely, we're just a fan of music as much as anyone else, and like Justice and Honest Crooks and all those boys have all been good friends of ours, but their music's fucking insane. We want to do anything we can to support them, so if it means going to a show, buying merch, whatever it means, we still do it, of course.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's just good having like a community, and like you can go to any show pretty much and you'll know people, and that's just a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like with you organising shows as well, and sort of being on that side as well. It's super good to see that, like, you put the effort in, and then the bands put the effort in with bringing really good music, and the crowds turn up. Like, it's such a good thing to see, especially now after the scene sort of died off the last 3-4 years. Probably before this, probably started picking up last year a little bit more, and then this year it's sort of really taken off. I think we have Justice dropping their EP like a couple of days ago, and
That album's gonna do things for the scene for sure.
yeah, definitely. And then I know Honest Crooks are all working on their stuff as well, so that's going to be big when they drop that as well. And there's a whole lot of good music coming out now, especially this year. I don't know what it was with this year, but everyone's sort of got their asses into gear and dropped music.
It's crazy.
So yeah, it's really good, man. I'm really happy to see it, especially someone who's doesn't see the behind the scenes stuff with the bands, like as someone who stands on this side of the fence and sees it. It's really good to see that, like, oh shit, like they're dropping new music, like you can see that there's stuff boiling underneath. So fingers crossed it really explodes again like it was back in the heyday.
Yeah.
So what was you guys' most memorable show? Like I know you guys saying I think that Hot Damn show you guys actually closed out Hot Damn.
Oh yeah, the last
Scary.
Cuba.
Oh, last Cuba. Sorry, that was what it was. Oh, did you close out the Scary Canary as well or no? Was that you guys?
No.
No. But you guys played it all free, didn't you?
Yeah, we played every version of Hot Damn pretty much.
There's not many bands that can say that, so congrats on that. Congrats on that.
Yeah, there's plenty. There's plenty, yeah. For sure. Not just us.
But yeah, what was your most memorable show? You guys want to go through, Yanni, if you want to start, if you need a chance to think, Slow, if you got one lined up.
You got anything?
Probably Minifest last year.
Yeah.
With Break a Leg, still most ones we played. Violent Frontier, Rainer, Underminer.
Easy Life.
No, I think so. Yeah, it was just like a stacked local bill, like heaps of bands from Sydney, heaps of bands from Wollongong, and just like a daytime show on the beach, $5 drinks, like soccer ball, handball, just everyone having fun. It was sick.
Where was that one at?
That was at Troji, sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
Good venue.
Yeah.
Love that venue.
Yeah. So that was actually my other question as well. Is what's your most favourite venue to play?
Oh shit.
So yeah, I think yours probably Taraji.
Yeah.
Slow.
God, I don't know. I think best. There's a lot of shows we played that I think were our best. I mean, I can't really nail it down to one. I think We Come Out at Night in October last year was probably one of our good ones. God, I don't know. Strike Hard was obviously up there as well, just with the experience of playing such a big venue like UTS was like whoa, and same as playing with Race Fist at the Metro Theatre, that was pretty intense.
Yeah.
But favourite venues around, I think Red Rattler has always been very nice and accommodating to us and a lot of other bands in the scene and a lot of new bands, and have been holding really good shows there, and I honestly believe that's probably one of my favourite venues in Sydney right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I really did like Herman's Bar, like where Memories was.
Yeah,
well.
that was
that was really good. Had really good sound there, and just it was just really enjoyable there with good space as well.
Yeah. There was a good flow between the outside and indoor areas, but that was a really good venue.
I don't really know what my favourite venue would be, but I usually like the sound of places, and Baldface Stag always had the heaps good sound for me.
Yeah.
Really good there,
Yeah, I've heard that from a few people as well. Like, yeah, Boldface is really nailing it with their sound. So
It's fucking sick.
It's crazy. I think they're doing it up now as well.
I
Like,
think so.
they just, like people started to hate them after they got the barrier and after they'd like gotten heaps tight on security. But then people slowly got over it and sort of knew that that's what has to happen to like keep the venue going. And now
exactly,
it's like sort of club nights, and they've just like reworked the place, and it's looking so good and sounds amazing.
yeah. I think as long as those basics are there, like especially with your sound, if your sound's good, you keep getting good bands turning up.
Yeah.
So like that's the main thing, and stuff like the barriers and stuff, like people just gotta understand like that's the way Sydney's going, especially with lockout laws and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they're really clamping down on live music, so you gotta kind of play by the rules with certain things like that. So
Yeah, like have your fun, but keep controlled. Otherwise, there's no shows, and that sucks.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, then there's no live music. So Reese, what's your favourite band?
I love Rattler, man.
Rattler?
That's my favourite, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favourite to play in Sydney for sure.
Yeah.
Also, Blacktown Masonic.
Yeah.
That's a moment.
Yeah.
That last show was incredible.
That was packed.
Like I fully just didn't imagine, didn't see that happening.
Did it sell out? I think
Yeah,
it did.
sold out.
It did,
Sold out.
Yeah.
That was probably my favourite show. The one we did at Blacktown, for the last Blacktown show. That one, and probably playing with D's Nuts and Trash Talk at the Factory Theatre, I think it was.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Trash Talk, fucking unreal. Like, such a good night, that one. So that's for me. And favourite venue, probably Rad Bar in Wollongong.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got a patch for my bar there. It's
$5
very nice.
tinnies, small room.
Worst sound in the world.
It's mad.
No,
If you
it's more the experience.
If you forget your earplugs, you're done.
Fucking heater in
Well,
summer,
well,
but I wouldn't change it for the world. It's such a mad venue.
Yeah. So fingers crossed, Radbar actually keeps sticking around.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
they're Colony.
It's one of the better venues around.
Especially in Wollongong. Like,
Yeah.
they're consistently.
There's not a lot of venues around Wollongong as it is.
Like
so-
you got Radbar, Mary's, and then you got
There's a new one called Urge Records, I think it is. Skylar White played a show there the other week.
Yes,
I haven't
yeah.
checked it out, but I saw like
And you
like a
got
photo or like a little video, and seems like similar kind of rad bar vibe.
That's cool.
Park Sound down there as well.
Yeah,
down
Park
in
Sound.
Park.
That's true.
So yeah, there's some, but yeah, hopefully there's more.
Yeah, more coming up. So that's the thing. Like I think as well, like you're getting a really good sort of Wollongong scene going as well. Like you get a few bands coming up through there. So
Oh yeah.
it's good. Like it's a bit of good healthy competition between Sydney and Wollongong. You can put on, you know,
Yeah.
who can really bring the good bands and who can really put on the good shows. At the moment, I think Sydney's sort of getting them, but Wollongong's in its
No, there's
early
plenty of
stages.
bands from Wollongong and the
Oh,
South
yeah.
Coast coming up that are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or you got Graves as like a mainstay.
Of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yes.
We got Easy Life and dropped new material recently. Skylar White as well.
Skylar White's
Jacob.
great.
They're all
Jacob.
Jacob as well. Jacob and Grade. So yeah, there's healthy competition and it's good. You need that.
Getting back, I
Yeah,
think,
break a leg.
it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they'll make
need
it
that.
like best.
You need that healthy competition to keep it good in the scene because you can't have shows with the exact same bands because that's what it was in Sydney for so long.
Yeah, and that's why.
And now we've got we have the range of bands to be able to select for different shows,
yeah,
mixed bills or certain genres, whatever it might be. There's enough bands, which is awesome.
I think before, when the scene was just crazy, there would be show like a band would do a tour. They'd play like on the northern beaches. They played in the city for like Hot Damn, and they'd play at Blacktown or Campbelltown or something. Like there'll be 3 Sydney stops per show
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there was just that many people that were around for it, and
yeah. There's
the bands that could warrant it, and like bring people.
Yeah.
It's
No.
good to see that's slowly coming back, and
Yeah, exactly.
like people are using old venues, and
Well, I know a lot of bands now. Even I think Cursed Earth did it, and so did Reactions. They stopped in Sydney and Wollongong. So Wollongong is really sort of bringing itself up, especially
Yeah.
Bradbar, because it's not a
Yeah.
big venue
Yeah.
to pack out, and you get like you still get a solid turnout.
Even
there.
on a Monday or a Tuesday night,
Well,
you
yeah,
can pack
100%.
that out.
Yeah.
80 people.
There's just a band going. I was tracking down there. I remember I saw a ceremony on a Tuesday night there once because on a work night.
I've seen plenty of bands there on a Tuesday. Like Hotel
Yeah.
Books was one of them. I think I saw. Oh God, I can't even remember. But
Saw
yeah,
Heights
plenty,
on
plenty.
weeknights
Yeah,
and
Tuesday,
my study
Wednesday
at school.
nights.
was it Balba?
Zabalba, yeah.
Always a good turnout out there. Always.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and so I think that's the best thing. You guys have played a lot of big shows. Like you guys played, Metro Theatre's pretty big. Not a lot of local bands get to play there. And is there any like more nerves added to like sort of bigger stage or?
Yeah,
Is
it's a
it-
bigger stage and bit of behind the scenes stuff, I guess, with organising. It's a bit harder, but
Yeah,
we get-
you were around it is from experience.
Nah,
dude.
If it's Yanni dealing with it, then
Yeah,
I'll just do everything.
He's nah.
Nah.
Hey TM, what if
It's like,
this?
oh,
Hey
like-
TM, what if this? Nah, for me, we've just been doing so many shows. It doesn't matter where it is or how many people is there. I don't really get nervous anymore. I don't know why. Just once I'm up there and I'm going, yeah, my bit of butterflies before, but minus that, it's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you guys have been doing it for so long now, like individually as well, and then together. Like you guys
Yeah.
definitely sort of see.
there's still nerves for sure.
Yeah,
Especially playing the big venues like Factory Theatre.
yeah,
That was nerve wracking for me because that was one I wanted to tick off the bucket list since I saw Chelsea Grin of Mice and Men and While She Sleeps there on a sideway from Soundwave a couple of years ago.
yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I've never been to this venue before.
And now I'm playing it.
Now I'm playing it. That's
Right.
mad.
Yeah,
Like it was just one of those bucket list things, but I get nervous for every single show we play, no matter what. That's just me.
yeah.
I always get nervous.
I think that's like the good thing is like Yanni's obviously running around trying to organise things and
Yeah.
like, stressing out, and then recently other hands just like, yeah, no, we've got this, and it's
Yeah,
bit of-
basically.
it's like you need that. They need two sides.
You've got Zach and Reese who are just
It's
chilling.
like-
They're like, no, we got this, until shit starts going down. Then it's like, all right, we've got it. Yeah. Then you've got me and Yanni are probably more so the stress heads about everything. Like we
Yeah.
need to make sure we got to be there on time. And Max is just like either with me or Reese.
Yeah,
Like he
tagging
fits
along.
right in the middle there. So either I'll take him or Reese
I'm
will
pretty
take him.
quiet.
So yeah.
Or
he'll
when they're, because I'm from the opposite end of Sydney to everyone, so I'll be doing my thing and then I've no idea what they're doing.
and his
I'm
thing
just
is
stressing
missing
out.
trains and not getting trains.
Yeah.
Yeah, City Rail is not Yanni's friend.
Shitty
That's a
rail.
fact.
Shitty rail.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. So you guys have got like a real strong connection with like a couple other bands in the community, like especially like Justice and On the Scrooge and Staunch as well. Sadly, they announced not long ago that they were splitting up. But yeah, I know you guys went on tour with them. Where have you guys played? Because I think you said went to Brisbane. Where else?
Brisbane, Melbourne, Adelaide, Newcastle, Wollongong.
And
Sydney.
How long
Yeah,
ago?
Sydney was-
How long, was that the last two you guys?
Start
did?
of start
the
of
last
June.
one.
That was
Yeah,
the
that was
first
all
of
through
June.
June,
Oh,
yeah.
so it's oh, sweet.
Because I mean
That's
we've
the
done
story.
like weekenders up to Brisbane and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that, but
and
not
we
like an actual.
Like when we started, we played Canberra and Newcastle and Wollongong a fair bit.
Yeah.
Like there was a point where we played more out of Sydney than in Sydney, and
We're doing a lot of driving.
yeah, it was sick.
Yeah,
And then
it's
we
mad.
took a break for a while, and then we finally got to do like a full tour and like see every place we could.
Yeah.
We thought we'd like see more of the place, like see more of the country, like go west eventually.
Exactly. Yeah.
See the Hay Plains Griller, you know. Jack Wright can confirm it does exist.
That's such fucking thing. That's such.
That's
No conspiracies.
No
It's not a
conspiracy.
conspiracy. He saw it with his 2 eyes, bro.
What?
What about Adam Panther?
Yeah.
Panther, bro. It's fucking. It's like 100 k's here from here.
You do not, mate. No.
Right, it's not
Well, the
far.
Panda Panther.
Apple
No, the
Panther.
Appen Panther.
Oh, it's an Apple
You
Panther.
read, yeah, bro. Do you read the Chronicle?
No.
The Chronicle.
It's a fucking.
It was on the Listen, it was on the front page of the MacArthur fucking Chronicle about 2 years ago. I'm not shitting you.
Get it. I'm up on your phone, mate. Get
Oh, it's on
it.
his wall. It's pinned on his wall.
Today tonight on the
Capture
fucking
it,
roof,
make it your
bro.
pet.
The current affair have done stories on it. Look
I
it up
swear
on
that was
YouTube.
Penrith. I swear that was Penrith.
There's one in Penrith too.
That's the footy team.
I'm thinking of Blue Mountains
No, isn't the Yowie in the Blue Mountains?
and that.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
A lot of cryptoids out there.
Cryptoid and reptilians.
Stop
Yeah, we're
spooking
looking
the
at
listeners.
Reptilian.
I was saying some facts, you know.
Stay woke.
Fuck's
So do you guys enjoy chilling in the van and going for long drives, or you kind of fucking hate it?
God, I'm a bit of both. I hate it sometimes. I'm just like fuck this, but then other times I'm like I guess when we were driving through to Adelaide, because I've never been that way before, like through
Yeah.
the hay plains and stuff, and like even me driving and then watching like when everyone else was driving, it was just beautiful. Like
Yeah.
it was just surreal to be in that position. But I don't want to do it again for a long time. Like I don't want to be stuck in that 8-hour drive for a long time, just through the hay plains or whatever it is. But yeah.
I didn't drive on that trip, so I have zero complaints. Very fun, having good company, hanging
I did
out.
so much driving on that trip.
Quite a bit of driving.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I guess it's definitely based off how much driving you do.
Oh,
You have a
yeah.
good time or not. If you're not
Yeah,
driving,
I
like,
can tell.
fucking
Not
sweet.
guarantee you problem.
I'm heaps shit, just sleep the whole time.
Yeah,
And
he
then
just
wake
sleeps
up
and
and my back
snores.
is
Not sleeping there.
Yeah, and he just snores when he's awake. It's just how bad it gets sometimes.
Everybody else I've stayed at, I'm sorry.
So what was the scene like in Adelaide? Because I haven't spoken to anyone from Adelaide. Was there a good turnout to the show?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
it was
decent.
pretty solid turnout for like our first Adelaide show, and like
Yeah.
heaps of people we didn't really know were like watching to us and like said hey and I was sick.
Yeah.
Heaps of people bought merch.
Yeah,
and
we
shit.
sold heaps of our
I
jumpers.
bought a pretty cool. They're our mates from Adelaide. They're
Yeah,
down
I
there.
bought
Like they're on the
Vicious
show as
Judgment.
well.
It was
Yeah.
cool. I remember after the show, walking down the street, you could hear another metal show on down the road, like on the same street. So there must be like a big scene for music down there, like
Yeah.
heavy
Yeah, that's
style.
insane.
Having
Yeah,
two
so, yeah.
metal shows on a Friday night. Like I don't know how that show went, but yeah, it was pretty cool seeing two shows.
Yeah,
on.
because you don't even get that in Sydney that often. Like normally there's just like one big show
And that's it.
and that's it. Like there's no other sort of not rivaling shows, but there's nothing else going on at the same time. So if you don't go there, you kind of like get left out.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good to hear that Adelaide's kicking along. So
No, Adelaide's cool. Melbourne's pretty cool as well.
yeah, Melbourne's
When
always
we
good.
played the Tote, we played with some good bands there, and where was it? The Singing Bird Studios down in
Yeah,
Frankston,
in
which was
Frankston.
mad. It was just basically a rad bar sort of style, except
It was-
a
it was
bit
just
bigger,
like a
it's
practice
factory.
studio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like so, it's just like a big car park and you go in. There's like a big room for we have like a little stage.
Yeah.
Everyone crouch in there. See,
There was like 30 or 40 people at that show, but it looked like intense. Like
Yeah.
how big, like because it was just
just
so
this-
compact.
how
and
small it was.
Guys running the place seemed mad as well.
Yeah.
Cheap tinnies.
Is that what you guys prefer? Like obviously with the biggest stages and the bigger crowds, it's a bit harder to get everyone into it. But with the smaller crowds, it's like if one person gets into it, like everyone else is more likely to jump
Yeah.
in. Do you have a preference over what? Obviously,
I
bigger stages are bigger and better, but
We sort of like we played Final Frontiers last show in March, and then 2 weeks later in Blacktown. And so we went from having the barrier and like not really having people at the front doing much, and going to Blacktown where we look out and right in front of us were just all these people, and that was a big difference, and
yeah,
sort of shows like what our sort of our crowd's like.
Yeah.
I like floor shows.
Yeah.
You like flat floor shows, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
They're
always
my
good.
favourite.
Yeah, they're always good.
I think
Anything without a barrier.
venue,
Really.
venue like Blacktown for me is probably perfect.
Yeah.
Just because you've got the drums out of the way, but still
Yeah.
like in a good position with all
Yeah.
the cabs and the amps,
Yeah.
and then you've just got everyone on the floor, and
And also
and
wide
like
for
the way
space.
it's set up as well, because you've got like it blocked off on that side where the
Yeah.
PA is, and
Yeah.
then there's like a small little gap
Yeah.
for just the front man and probably like a guitarist or a bassist to kind of stand in the middle,
Yeah.
and then it's all blocked off on the other side as well.
Yeah, you've also
So
got like an invisible barrier
It's big area, but like the perspective of when you're on stage playing, it just looks really small and intense
there.
because you can just see like that small crowd in front of you,
Yeah.
and that, I think I just love that sort of style and vibe.
Yeah.
I think because you feel like you're into it, but you're not as well.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you sort of, I guess that's what you're saying. With a floor show, you can kind of get dragged into the crowd, you don't
Yeah.
realise how it's all going, but with that, you get to look out over all of it and, be involved with it at the same time.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's good there because like you've almost got your little invisible barrier because you've got the speakers there and there, and
Yeah.
the band sort of plays in between the speakers, so people can't really get around you too
That's
much.
it.
So, but yeah, with that place on the last show, that whole place was fucking moving at the end. Like people were jumping over people to get to mics and stuff like that. So, is there one thing like I know Max like as a vocalist, people do mic grabs and shit like that. Is that something that you really enjoy people doing with your like when you guys play?
Yeah, definitely. It's heaps cool seeing that. I didn't think anyone, when I first started playing, I didn't think anyone would remember my lyrics and want to sing along as well. So that's heaps cool, and it's also nice when it's 100 degrees. You can have a bit of a break as well. So it's heaps cool. I like it.
Yeah. And is there anything like you guys prefer like or do you guys enjoy seeing at a show?
Stage dives.
Stage dives.
To be fair, I don't really see a lot
Bring
on
back
stage
stage
anyway.
dives.
I just,
No,
I
it
just
doesn't.
kind of.
And pile-ups.
I just kind of stand there and play, and then the lights blind me, and then Max will come up to me after the show. Like I'll be standing there with Zach, and Max will be like, "Oh, did you see the crowd? Did you see everyone jumping up?" And we'd be like, "Fuck no, man! Like we just saw lights, We just saw."
Just the strap lights.
Yeah, legit. That's why I turn around half the time. The lights just fucking hurt me eyes.
He just forgets what he's playing.
Wrestling moves in the pit.
Wrestling,
Oh,
see
yeah.
more wrestling moves in the pit.
That comes out occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone
Max
RKO'd
Love's
someone
wrestling.
at our last hot damn show.
I just
Apparently
like,
got told off by security about it and then told me after. I made a big eagle. It's cool.
So it's like that was my other question. Is there something you guys are into that people might not know about you guys? Like, is there something that fans might not know about you guys that you guys want to share? Because I know you guys, Sloma and Max, you guys are pretty big wrestling fans.
Yeah, love me.
Love me.
Yeah, well, I've still watched WWE religiously and go
I'm
to
very
wrestling
into my
shows
football
and
as
stuff.
well. Not really any of the boys are into sport. Me and Reese are kind of into football, but I love it. I'll just sit here and watch soccer highlights all night.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
so antisocial. Got his
Yeah.
tablet and all he watches is soccer highlights.
Yeah, because it's interesting.
Yeah,
So-
so,
Yeah, thanks.
Next show, bring a tinfoil hat for Max. Bring a footy and a soccer ball. And you can do some WWE moves in the pit.
Yeah, fuck
Finish and roll.
I want to see someone.
Spinach and record roll.
7-Eleven spinach and ricotta rolls.
Shout out, is that a shout out to
Yeah.
7-Eleven?
Yeah.
Endorse,
Cheers.
sponsor Yanni. Lifetime supply of spinach ricotta rolls.
Also, any cider companies.
Cider coffees.
We do not want to be represented by cider.
Fuck off.
Nah, cider's it.
What's your favourite cider, Yanni? Let's get beefy.
Mercury.
Mercury?
Yeah.
No, that's a good cider, man. That's
Good
2
stuff.
cent drinks a can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but it
solid.
tastes like fucking
It's
Rather
next
have
up
my
on the
apple
drink.
juice, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's true, but mate, it can't be. Can't
I
be.
just drink off apple juice. Like it tastes better.
Pulp or no pulp?
No
Oh.
pulp.
You're a fuckwit.
He said no pulp.
He said no pulp.
Go hell.
What, in apple juice, pulp or no pulp?
No.
Oh,
no,
let's
no,
say-
no,
let's say-
no,
no,
juice
no.
Or
Oh,
any
yeah.
juices that like have pulp,
Yeah.
you have to have the pulp in it. 100%.
Can't do it.
Can't do it, Yanni. Can't do it.
Chuck me a strainer.
Doesn't.
Wow.
Fucking hell, bro. Are you that desperate to not have pulp, bro? Like,
Look, it's not Yanni's fault. Reptiles can't really.
yeah, they're fucking. Yeah,
This interview is actually the roast of Yanni Tzidis.
fuck yeah.
I wish.
We love you. Man. You can do it on a future episode.
No,
Everybody come in.
he's
No, I dish it pretty hard, so I cop it back.
Yeah, that's what you want to see, mate. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see. Mate, bit of banter between the boys.
Yeah.
Always. Banter.
Don't take yourself too seriously, really.
Yanni with the golden words of advice.
Oh
I
god.
think we're gonna end on that one as well.
Fuck
So
it,
yeah, from the words of Yanni, don't take yourself too seriously. I think everyone in the scene does that as well. Like everyone's pretty chill. So thanks a lot, guys. Fuck, it was
Thank
awesome
you.
coming and talking to you.
Very much.
It's lovely chatting again.
You're lovely chatting again.
Cheers,
Let's
FFL.
go.
And check you guys out on Facebook. It's Facebook.com/.
Oh, there's Max likes to stay on stage. Check us out on YouTube.
Check us out. Check it out on
Yeah,
YouTube.
this song's on YouTube and shit.
Check it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, on
Big
YouTube,
Cartel.
on Spotify, Big Cartel, yeah. We've got merch, Big Cartel.
Apple Music.
Apple Music, everywhere.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Suss it out.
Suss
if
it
you like
out.
shit riffs.
Fat people. Minus
Yeah.
Zach. So.
Yeah. Zach eats enough for a fat bloke.
Yeah.
It works off drum.
Shady on the
It
table.
just disappears.
It doesn't go
He
anywhere.
stores it somewhere. Haven't figured it out yet.
Thanks, guys.
No worries.
No worries.
Beauty. That was a good one. I like
That was a good one.
I
I
like that.
said way too much, eh?
No, you're
And that is the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I had a really good time recording it. I hope you guys had a great time listening to it. Thank you so much to the Life's Ill guys. Make sure you support them. Make sure you go and see them at shows. If you go and see them at a show, make sure you go up and say hello to them. Tell them that you heard them on the podcast. I'm sure they'll have a great time telling you about it. And make sure you buy some of their merch. Make sure you check out their Facebook. It's at Life's Ill Band. Check out their Big Cartel, their Bandcamp, and their YouTube channel as well. And they're on Spotify. I forgot to say earlier at the start of the podcast, they are on Spotify. So make sure you search them on Spotify. And we are at Killer Set Pod on Facebook. Killer Set Podcast. Oh god, I can't even plug myself. We are the Killer Set Podcast. So that's Facebook.com/Killer Set. We are Killer Set Pod on Instagram, and we are Killer Set Podcast on YouTube. And make sure you check us out on iTunes. Make sure you check out the video version of this on YouTube if you want to see all the guys' lovely smiling faces. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I had an awesome time. And yeah, I hope you guys, if you're a first time listener, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll stick around. If you're a long time listener, thank you for sticking around and putting up with all all my antics. And yeah, thank you so much. And there'll definitely be another episode soon. Definitely another video episode, because it's just, you know, the way forward. We're going to keep uploading videos as well as audio. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys get to listen to me talk to more awesome bands soon. Alright, thank you guys.